All right, everyone, welcome back to Deep Rock Galactic. This is Gnarlo here. We are at the Forge, forging our first ever weapon items. We've got a overclock for the scout, and we've got an overclock for the burst gun for the gunner. That's something I had not realized that I had. So I'm going to be working on seeing if we can overclock it today. We've got all the materials. The only thing that we're slightly short on is probably the magnite and the inner pearls. So I need to make sure I remember to work on those two. Let's try and get some more magnite. Do some magnite and inner pearl farming. And there we go, the burst fire guns, experimental overclock, more damage but less magazine capacity and less overall ammo. Okay, so we'll be taking a look at that. There's neither one of the two others that I have right now. I've also done a cosmetic core. Let's come in, let's look at it. As you see, no overclocks equipped, so we are going to do that. Our first ever overclock equipped into a weapon. Experimental rounds. There you go. And I'll play around here in just a second and get it so that, yep, there we go. I was trying to figure out how it was that we make it go away so I can look and see what the differences are. So I'm going to play around with that and remove it. And it's like, oh, okay, there we go. You see plus 9 damage, but minus 30 overall damage and minus 5 in the clip. So that's why they call it a balanced round, a balanced overclock. It's because there are some negatives to it. It's not just positives. You know, no nukes firing out of our Burt this time around. But we'll give it a try and see how things go. I think everything else was set up the way I wanted it to be. I do get around to changing and making sure that I have my, whichever one. I think we went with cluster grenades here. Decided to give them a try, although I've discovered I'm really having a hard time remembering the trouble I used to have remembering to use my shield. I'm now currently remembering to use my grenades. Not necessarily a very good thing. Man, we're gonna go to the assignment board. As you see, we're working on the anniversary bonus. It is the very first one is a pumping mission. I do like the decorations here on the rig. This is probably my second favorite that they've done so far. After 12 minutes, let's see where we're going. We have one in the sandblasted. This right here was one I had to end up doing this mission. I looked to see if there was anything. I've never done a pickup group before. Never went and joined anyone else's server. So I was checking to see if it filtered by who was working on the anniversary stuff. But as far as I know, it doesn't show that who's working on a particular mission. I need to look into it, go to the wiki and Reddit and all, and see if there's a way of finding a group that's on a particular mission or a particular assignment chain. And when I say mission, I don't just mean egg hunt or drilling or pumping. I mean a actual, okay, we're working on the first mission of get your weapons. As who knows, maybe it actually, if you go and join another server, maybe if you've got to do a pumping rig and you join a pumping rig, maybe that's how it gives you credit for it. I don't know. I need to look that up and find it out. But I spend a bit of time examining that and trying to figure it out. There were a lot of people playing that night. I'm not sure if I click the one that is showing there or not. I'm not sure if I clicked this one or not, because I had to attempt this. The first one in the, I'm working on the hat. Get the hat. There's 5 missions to get the hat. Looking around to see if there's any extra, decorations back off in here. Oh, and I need to go and check the Bacon Shuttle is canceled. As long as he doesn't dump his load like he dumped the Christmas decorations and anniversary decorations and all the other stuff, we're okay. But I need to go up and check the Memorial Hall to see if they put any up there. Y'all remember Christmas? There was over in one of the corners. There was a little Christmas scene with a Santa in his sleigh being pulled by flying glyphids. So I need to check that out. And I checked to see if I can get. I was checking to see if he'll rock and stone you like Bosco will, but no, the medical droids won't do that. Okay. But yeah, it's pretty, very pretty the way they have the stuff decorated here. And then I realized, hey, this empty one's got a bunch of cans and shit. What the hell is this? It's like mine doesn't have that, does it? I went and looked at mine and looked at all the others, and that's when I noticed that all 4 of them were different. I'm assuming for what kind of classes it is that you possibly could have. Because this one, the driller maybe, or maybe the gunner, I'm not sure. Whoever it is, tons of cans of beer, lots and lots of Chinese food containers on the floor. This is probably the driller, since there's all these canisters of fuel, and it looked like a backpack over there for the twin tank backpack for probably the flamethrower. Checking to see if there's any of the ones that I can go on that will give me perks. Not that I've spent any of the ones that I got. I've still got 20, I think, that I need to spend. Thinking this is the engineer, maybe? Anyway, on to the mission. And so we move into the thing. Yes, all this is in voiceover. We are doing the anniversary thing here. This is Abandoned Breach. We are in Crystalline Caverns. We have a complexity 2, length 2. We've changed to Berserker. Trying out the Berserker perk. Be the first time we've done that. As you see on our drone on Bosco, we have changed. Instead of doing extra damage, we have given ourselves an extra res, so he can resurrect us 4 times now instead of the 3 times, and that comes in a good deal handy, because this is my maybe 5th time. This is either the 4th or 5th time I have tried this solo on-site refining mission, and I have not up to now actually completed a solo has 3 on my own. So let's see if we get through this one, shall we? It's 14 ebonnuts. We are not going to worry about the secondaries. I mean, if they're sitting right in front of me, I'll grab them, but otherwise I am not going to just go out of my way to get them. I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as possible. Alright, because a lot of what I've done in the other ones is taught me that I need to just book it here as quick as I can, because things just keep going. And here on the Hazard 3, the other missions I've had just back to back. I failed one. Y'all will see them. I've got them, and eventually I'll put them up. Had to take a bit of a break here to go and do something. I think I had go out and walk the dogs for a few minutes or something. But my first failure, I had back-to-back oppressors. I mean, I had like 4 or 5 oppressors in a row. Back before I'd really learned how to take them on. And back when I was forgetting that I had a coil gun that could shoot all the way through them and hit their tender spot in the back. I think I kept popping in and out here to let Bosco go and chew on them for a little while. I've had quite a few welcoming committees come and meet me out of the door as well.
Set up pipelines, fill the on-site refinery, and launch the goods back.
My nemesis, one of those damn red spreaders. I hate those things. Those things have killed me so many times. Almost every single one that I can think of the ones have had the spreaders just blasting away at me and taking me down time and time again. I hate those things. They have become my nemesis. But yeah, I had one of the failures. I had 4 or 5 4 or 5 of the oppressors come and get me one after another. And the second time I failed it, I got backed into a corner with a bulk detonator, and that was a lot of fun. In fact, I've been taken out by bulk detonators twice now in the 4 or 5 times that I've tried this. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, one of them was a bulk detonator. It came late enough that Bosco didn't have any more revives to get me, and that's whenever I decided I needed to start going with the 4 revives instead of the 3 and extra damage, because if I'm relying on honestly, if I'm relying on Bosco to take care of me as far as damage goes, if he's my main damage dealer when I'm carrying around a basically portable missile turret here, then something is terribly wrong with my strategy. And got those off just in time. Did not realize I had a little mini swarm. As I said, I am certainly trying to remember to use my grenades more. I did not hear. And I also realized there that yes, this weapon is actually firing off from the weapon itself. It's not hanging off to the right side of you. There is just a cosmetic thing. It actually comes out of the front. So if the front of it is behind a piece of the machinery, it hits the piece of the machinery. Just because your cursor's straight ahead of us, don't think that your weapon necessarily fires from there. Okay. Just keep an eye on that Praetorian while I'm doing this. I think we've got 2 of the jacks down. That was another thing. A couple of them were in difficult to reach places. One of the ones I was actually building the boom. I was actually building the pipeline going up, building it on pieces of the machinery here, on like light stands and stuff from the machinery, because I really needed my little engineer along with me to put down some platforms for me. Discovered that without an easy way of mining, it was a pain in the butt to try and get that done. There we go, more stuff. I have gotten much better at remembering that I have the Beastmaster skill. A couple of the battles, a couple of the early attempts, I didn't ever get a single Steve because I had forgotten I had taken it along with me. But I'm getting better at bringing Steve along. And let's get these hooked up. Fortunately, they're fairly close this time around.
One down, more to go.
Fairly close. These long drops, however, are not helping things. I said, without my engineer buddy along with him, without Mind Fiends, he's still on hiatus, taking a little sabbatical from it right now. Taking a sabbatical from gaming in general. Without him along to help out with the platforms, it becomes a case of we've got to try and see. Got to do a little mining and do a little bit of figuring out where the heck I can drop something. Where are little crystals and little spikes in the ground and things where I can use as platforms for these, for putting the segments. I hear the beeping down there. I can hear the thing chirping at me. Once again, I am not spending a lot of time looking for the little side quest things. As you see, I haven't even collected an ebonut yet. I think this is the first ebonut, and just because it happens to be directly in front of where I'm going.
Terrain scanner just got updated with a new location.
Meaning I walked really close.
Pump jack launched. Stay clear from the impact.
I walked really close to wherever the 6th anniversary trophy is, and of course things have started boiling out of the ground because of that.
Pump jack's here. Let's get it hooked up to the refinery.
And a piece of condensed gold. The beer that was being sold in the Abyss bar, I should have grabbed. It was the Pots of Luck, I think, the one that gives you extra gold. And I was like, well, it's not really a mining mission. I'm not.
Just picked up a swarm of livid grunts heading your way. There's a lot of them.
I said, I'm not going to be spending my time mining gold. And then I came across the piece of condensed gold here, you know, compressed gold. It's like, man, I picked up so much gold on this particular mission.
And there they are. Swarm.
That would have helped me. So I think in the future, I'm just going to start grabbing. I think I'm going to just start grabbing the beers no matter what. There I am in berserker mode now. And I'm also using the overclocked Burt pistol, the overclocked pistol. And it's been nice too. I'm thinking I'm about to throw down a shield. I've gotten better at using my shields whenever I absolutely have to. Yep, there we go. Realizing that, okay, I'm getting a little overwhelmed here, a little few too many on me. Let's remember we do have things that'll help us out. Let's let Bosco and Steve thin the pack a little bit. Alright. Get it a little bit more manageable so that we can continue taking them out. I don't think I ever come back to mine that one. I don't remember if Steve is down. I don't remember if he is or not. Nope, he wasn't. But there are a couple more slicers or guards or something here that I needed to take out. Fortunately, an example there of being able to curve those missiles around. I'm definitely not an expert at it, but I am getting better. I am getting better at directing my fire with the launcher here. And if I miss it, be able to curve it back around. I don't think I'm ever going to get good enough and to the point where I take the perk that gives you a longer flight time. Because unless I'm in a place like the Azure Weald, in one of those gigantic caverns like Mind Fiend and I had that time. Whew. take advantage of all the sugar I can get this time. Unless I am in one of those giant caverns where it's just miles and miles to fly those missiles around as if they were a drone. You just don't have that kind of maneuverability everywhere. Really trying to get as many much nitro as I can to throw down as many ammo drops as I can. That has bit me in the butt in a couple of the failures that y'all may see one day. Definitely got enough for a ammo drop now. Had several where it's like I really needed, I was doing okay, but one of the reasons why Bosco had to run out of saves is because of things like I had ran out of shields. I no longer had a shield. And so I couldn't throw it down, recuperate. I couldn't use it to use it as a health kit to replenish my health. And this is where I almost get distracted because it's like, oh, I hear the battery beeping, and I actually pop loose the battery. I was coming out to see if I could find the statue, and that's when I saw the loot bug, the golden bug here. But see, I'm starting to get distracted. Oh, golden boot bug. Oh, it's a battery. Where's the chest at? That kind of stuff. And it's like, no, let's get back to just dropping these. Let's get back to dropping down the pipes, please. Let's not get distracted because as Max Rockatowski likes to say,
that's bait.
See, I'm assuming they all came out of the ground because I got close to that. Whoop, and the leech got me. I'm hoping here, trying to get Bosco to come and attack it for me. That's why I keep yelling, help me, help me. I don't know if he was tied up fighting a couple of... There he comes. He finally comes and takes it on. Not quite in time to save me from this particular trip. But I think he does finally take it out. Because it never grabbed me again.
Bosco, you are the best.
There we go. Learn to put the shield down so I can get a grasp of what is going on. Regroup. Figure out what's around me before I get overwhelmed by everything. Find out where that sweet sugar is.
Steve's gone.
Oop, and Steve is gone. Long live Steve.
Shield's ready again.
He would have been a good one, but he was already had taken enough damage. He'd already taken enough damage that Bosco just took him out in, I think, one shot, so. I said, more nitro. The nitro I was not passing up because I definitely wanted to get, as I said, not from ammo purposes, from it was reload purposes is what I was using the nitro for. I mean, not reload, health pack purposes. Using it as a yep, there it was. Jetty boot. And it's like, oh, hell no. I am not playing jetty boot. Not getting into that. I don't care how good, how useful those... don't care how useful those things are. At that point, I grabbed just a grunt just to have one. I think immediately got taken out by this guy. Very close to it, got taken out. But I figure, you know, you, as we've said before, grab what you can. It's better to have a low power Steve than no Steve at all. Alright. But yeah, like I said, kept getting distracted. I did not get distracted by the jetty boot though. Like, oh, hell no.
I've got a zip line ready here.
I was also tired of digging up these walls and thinking if I fall in this again, I want something nice and easy to get out of it. Rather than running around looking for where my hole where the stairs I dug out. It's like, let's find the zip lines. Zip lines are a lot easier. Yep, see, they had all those that I just fought came out of the ground whenever I got close enough to it there. So let's go through that statue. I do like the new anniversary statue. And once again, double points. The double points are nice. I miss them when they're not around. You see, it's like coming up there. I can see that zip line way over yonder, which means I know to run that direction if I need to, rather than run along scanning walls, looking for, okay, where did I dig up? Where did I dig up?
Anniversary trophy secured. Well done, team. Performance point bonus is active.
Trying to remember how this works and how to make things easier. Checking out, do I have enough? Do I need to reload yet? Not quite yet. So let's start working on
This never gets old.
the next pipeline. Whew. Once again, I think I'm pretty sure that at this point while I was playing, while I was sitting here playing this, I was wanting to discuss the fact about how this is, it's not, I'm hoping to get to the point where level 3 is a cakewalk and just a easy little thing for me, like level 2s were whenever we decided to go to level 3. I know I've mentioned several times in the past that how folks have said, oh, you know, playing solo, it's different. You get to just relax and take your time and enjoy the scenery. Yeah, but at level 1 and level 2 you do. It's not that way at level 3, not for me yet. I have read on Reddit where the folks that play at level 4, they play there, they're like, yeah, you know, play at level 4 for the action and the challenge and all that. And whenever I just want to relax and take it easy, I drop it down to level 3 and have a nice easy time. And it's like, yeah, I haven't got to that point yet. We are still at the point of level 3 is a stress-induced crap grind.
Swarm, they're here.
Because I was stressed. This was not good for my blood pressure. I was stressed out the entire time that this whole thing was going on. Waiting for one of those damn red spreaders, mostly. Yeah, and there he comes. There comes that SOB. Yeah, let me handle the Praetorian. You take out that red guy.
I'll never get the smell out of my armor. Eat it.
All right, use the. Haven't I threw out the and I see whatever the one is, it not a warden, but whichever one it is that spits the yellow goo down on you too.
Get into cover.
I was hoping to avoid it. By throwing this down until I could get, I was hoping to actually find it.
Hostiles are backing down. Finish them.
And shoot it while I was under the shield. Oh, there's the red one again. Get out of the way of the goo it's spitting. It's like, oh crap, don't fall down in here with it. Took it out with my pick, I'll take it out any way that I can. Once again, I need maneuverability, don't get surrounded. And no shield, which has been a fatal problem for me several times now. Which is why I really worked on, really concentrated on getting nitra and reloads in this one. I really didn't run out of ammo that quick. It was definitely much more a case of wanting to replenish that shield.
I needed that.
And getting the health boost there. Use it as a... Use it as a health kit. Alright, back to the base. Back to the rig, and then figure out where the heck... Where the heck I'm going
Getting
next.
supplies. Feel much better now.
Feel much better now, and I've recharged my shield unit. The important part. Although I am walking around forgetting that I've got a load on me that I should be dropping off. Straight across the field.
It'll be a beauty once it's complete.
It's never going to be a beauty. Not this one. This one was a pain. A bunch of these little ones. Until we got around the...
Right here.
around the crystal formations.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I think I'm going to pause here in the narration for just a second.
My place could use a hand building it.
And go get me another cup of coffee. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. I actually recorded this at 1 o'clock in the mornings whenever I played this. 1 o'clock in the morning, tired, had just woken up from a nap, and actually had a little shot of scotch in me. So
Construction here.
maybe I'm finding how I need to do this. Be exhausted and slightly buzzed. And perhaps I relax enough not to get all worked up about the whole... About, oh God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? See, I can hear the other one beeping. I almost went and looked for it and went, okay, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Oh, Lordy. All right. As soon as I get that one down, let me go get a cup of coffee. I will be right back. Y'all won't even know I'm gone. And I'm back with a really nice cup of coffee here.
If only someone would help me build it.
Finish up this pipe.
So much
But
better than
as I
water.
said, this is actually having to do all these missions has actually been good practice. So I haven't been terribly upset about it. It's been frustrating having to do this one like 5 times now to actually be able to make it through it, but it's been great at learning the tactics, you know, something like learning to prioritize my targets. You know, whenever there's a spreader, take out the damn red spreader there first. Or the one that stands up on the ceiling and fires the yellow goo down on me. I can't remember what it is. Take those out first. Anything that's going to blast me from afar are dangers. Learning how to pick, as we've said before, pick your battle. We were real good at it at fighting like the dreadnoughts. Real good at choosing our battlefield. I've been crap at it here. As I said, if and when I ever get the other ones up, you'll see that I tended to fight when I'd hear swarm, there's a swarm. I tended to head back toward the rig. And a lot of these rigs here were in very poor locations, very tight, not a lot of maneuvering. It was, I think,
This is hard work.
problem of getting it stuck in my head with the point extraction missions where the rig there has the turrets on it. So, you know, if you get a big swarm thing, that is a good place to go. You got the turrets to help you out. And plus
Pipeline successfully established.
Plus, the other part of that is simply, you know, on these, whenever I'm with Mind Fiend tends to throw his turrets down close to the rig here, too. So, once again, it's a good place to go.
Done diddly done.
Not so much whenever I'm by myself. All of them, including this one, are not in the best locations. for maneuverability. I mean, this one's got a bit of a plane out in front of it that I can jump around.
Load up your guns and sharpen your pickaxes. We got an incoming swarm.
So last year.
Has got a bit of a plane, bit of an open area out here in front of it that I can kind of maneuver around in and jump around if I can get over these little canyons and things. Little crevasses in the ground.
Swarm? It's a big one, team.
Still not a great place. Good coffee. Once again, as you see, I am actually looking around to see if there are any spreaders. It's like, are there any spreaders? I saw a red thing. Yes, there's a spreader there. See if we can take that sucker out, get rid of it. I'm willing to empty most of my rockets on it.
Go lie down forever.
And down he is. I'm willing to empty just about an entire magazine of rockets on it. And there's the yellow stuff coming down again. I meant to take a look and see what that was. I know red text is already put up for you, but I'm very... it's not a warden. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
The last of the wave is approaching you now. Keep it together.
I'm hoping he's taking it out. The other part about it is that... Yep, that's my first down. The other part... Nope, he didn't, because here comes the yellow goo still coming in. The other part I like about, jumping under the shield is that it damn near instantly recharges your personal shield. So it gives you a moment of a little bit of protection there. But I need to get some ammo and get out from being stuck inside the framework of the rig. And I'm remembering to do... I should have gone and re-armored up there, re-ammoed up to get use it for healing. But I think at this point I'm actually thinking that maybe there's some sugar out this way. I was thinking that there's sugar that I could grab, although I don't believe I ever actually found any. So I'll probably go back and use it as a health kit here in just a moment. As I said, I like that part about the board game. That the board game...
Pipeline established. You just need to set up one more, and then we can start the extraction sequence.
The board game gives you the option whenever you go to it and you ammo their resupply. It gives you the option: do I want to grab primary ammo? Do I want to grab secondary ammo? Do I want to grab health? What am I getting out of this one this time? Okay. Did I actually build this one all the way to the other one? Have I gotten it there yet? Don't remember. I guess I had drug it all the way out there. I didn't realize I had laid down all three before I actually started building them. What other things have I learned while I'm doing this? I've learned that I hate these loot bugs. I have become much... you see here? It's like, get out of the damn way! I have become much less precious about protecting them. Yeah, I saw you out there, Praetorian.
I need support. I need a rocket here.
Oh, and there's the yellow shooter again. There. Oh, those are annoying. Like I said, the goose spreaders. Any of the spreaders and anything that shoots me from a distance needs to be taken the hell out as quickly as possible. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm talking to folks that know what's going on, but as I said, I'm expressing this as lessons that I have learned over these missions. They are my top priority. Right after getting the damn loot bug out of my face. What's that red thing? And I keep going, what's that red thing? I think that red thing is the jetty boot. I think that's the jetty boot chest over there. Because I saw it flashing over there to the right. Lots of Jadis and things like that. Those are things that will have to wait. There's several inner pearls, I think, in this one. Those are all things that are like, or there were definitely inner pearls in my other ones. As I said, learning that those are side quests. Don't.
Read green. Pipelines and pump jacks are all in place. And
Those
the
are
liquid morkite is waiting. Return
excellent.
to the refinery and start up the pump sequence.
Those are excellent when there's several of you. It's not something that I need to spend any effort or thought on whenever it's just me out here.
This is fun.
Yeah, Cave Angel would have been nice. I think I may have hopped down here trying to... I think, once again, I think I'm confusing myself. It's like I was trying to remember to do 3 things at once. Get re-ammoed, dump off my load, and
Supplies are on the way.
start the pumping. I had all 3 of those in my brain at the same time, and it was just short-circuiting me. Which one do I do first? Which one do I do first?
Supply pod is here. Everybody collect ammunition.
All right. We're about as good to go as we're going to go, so time to start it up and get the swarm coming that I'm actually can be prepared for.
Morkite is being extracted. Refinery and all pump jacks are running at full capacity. Be warned, the noise will draw in the locals, so stay on your toes and do what you can to protect and maintain the equipment.
And my priority here, I'm looking around to see if I see anything red moving. And trying to remember to use my grenades more. I think I even move out on the pipes here shortly, because that's what I do.
At 25%.
That's where I spend a lot of my time whenever I'm playing in a duo with Mindfiend, is I spend a lot of my time out on the pipes here. Just to be away from all the crap of the pump with the monsters attacking you from inside the base, and
The extraction has stopped. Pipelines need maintaining.
remembered at this point, hey, you're doing some up close and personal stuff. You've recently overclocked your Burt. Why don't you start using it? Get that extra damage. Remember that you got it here. Get that extra, the oversized rounds, knocking them down. And it does do a nice job on the non-armored things.
Pipeline functional again. However, we still have malfunctions in the system.
It has a nice kick. One of the things I don't like are those malfunction lights on these particular pipes, because it's like, oh, is that a malfunction light or is that a goose spreader?
Obey me.
There we go. Got me another Steve going. I'm going to hope that Steve and Bosco will watch my back while I sit and do the repairs. Hopefully they will clear it out. It was nice to see Bosco go by with that number 2 on his butt,
Liquid morkite is running again. Keep up
reminding me I've got 2 saves left.
We're halfway through the pump sequence. Liquid morkite is being refined. All the noise is pulling in the locals. Take them out before they gnaw up our pipelines.
It's as tense watching this for me as it was whenever I was actually fighting it.
Go here.
Fire some rockets, Bosco. I use Bosco's rockets a hell of a lot more now that I realize that they regenerate.
Pump sequence at 75%. Let's squeeze those wells dry. Malfunction along the pipeline. Maintenance crew, to work.
Boom, boom! Right here, Bosco!
I can't remember if I still had a Steve at this point. Oh, and there's the yellow goo. So that's going to have to wait. And I'm getting stuck. That was someplace I did not want to be. I didn't actually want to throw that down. It was just I was terribly stuck. And now I saw Steve come walking up, so he's still with me. Where's the yellow spitter? Where is that yellow spitter at? Are you still up there? Are you still going to rain stuff down on my head? And if you do, is Bosco going to be able to go up and get you? I'm hoping somebody took him out because the rain stopped. Alright, let's get the rest of it going.
Other pipelines are still malfunctioning.
I didn't have that big and I didn't think I'd have that much trouble with this once I got the pipe stuff going.
Pipe surfing is the best!
Once I actually got the
Fixed and operational again.
once I actually got the refinery running, it was going to be a lot easier. It was the I don't know what it is. I don't.
And it's a nice one.
Yeah, I don't want to. There is no such thing as a nice swarm. Let's get back out here on the pipe, away from everything, so I can see. There you are. And he said a nice one. I was really worried that there'd be another oppressor or something like that, but actually thinking that.
Cargo rocket launched!
Actually thinking that that's the ones that get saved from when he says something about it's a blip the size of a house or whatever. Rocket's taken off. Wish I could have watched it, but I was a little bit busy keeping Bosco from having to revive me. Fortunately, he does still have.
Rocket is returning to orbit. We're sending in the drop pod to get you out.
He does still have a couple of saves. Perfect example of why have I got all these things on my butt. And where I need more room. In berserk mode, but didn't have anything to go berserk on. Just a few of the also rans.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
So the berserk is nice, but I said the berserk mode's nice, but perhaps I need to play around with it more, see how useful it actually is. Let's get over here to the drop pod. It is nice and close. And we look like we're finally going to finish this mission.
Shield charged!
There we are.
Bring you back in.
Like that! Rock and stone!
Rock and stone. I said 5th attempt, finally completed it, and most importantly, my first ever solo Hazard 3. So I was very happy about that too. I'm not concerned. I'm not terribly concerned about making it through. And as I said, all this Hazard 3, even whenever I'm being defeated, they're still very good. It's very good practice. It's how I get better at it. How I'm going to get better at doing Hazard 3s until eventually one day I go, this is kind of like easy mode. This is way too simple. Because I got to learn the tactics, as I've been saying. Got to get better at the learning the tactics. What do I need to shoot? When do I need to throw my shield down? When do I need to take time going after secondary objectives, all that sort of thing. All right, waiting for it to pop up and tell me I got through the first one.
Assignment mission completed. You're performing well.
And the next one will be a mining mission. All right, so one of the 5 down to get the anniversary hat. I'm not concerned, as I was saying, I'm not concerned about it because, you know, if it got down to a day or 2 left and I was needing it, I could throw it on Hazard 1. Let's get the Magnite. I can always throw it on level 1 and come back that way and just tear through them because I know Hazard 1 is going to be an easy one.
This is the most fun I've had today.
Also wanted to show off that. I'm glad I remembered to show off the helium tank.
Oi, round of Clifford Slammers, please.
I'm glad they threw that down there. It is fun.
Lloyd, you're the king of thrust there.
Let's light up a sparkler. Nice. I did enjoy the Chinese, the Lunar New Year.
May your beards be thick and your gold satchels heavy.
Rockin' Stone, people. For Carl. I did enjoy that, the best decoration, but this is definitely a close second. I like the anniversary stuff. Very pretty. All right. That's it. As I said, I'm glad I got to brought you along on my first ever completed Haz 3, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks for coming, and bye-bye.